Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm gonna try to do a walkthrough solve, I guess kind of tutorial for this MF8 Sun Cube. Now obviously this is an advanced level puzzle and you must definitely have some solving experience with simpler puzzles in order to solve this puzzle. Definitely a 3x3, 4x4, 5x5 and some other types of puzzles before you attempt to solve this. And yeah, so let's get to it. So this is going to be broken down into stages, and the first stage is going to be to get it back into cubic form. And this step is mostly going to be intuitive. The next step is going to be eliminate the internal bandaging of the edges. Step after that is going to be to reduce the centers. Step after that is going to be to reduce the edges. Then the last step is we solve it as a 3x3. We see if we get parity, and if we do, we do the algorithm to fix it. Reduce the edges or unbandage the few edges that get bandaged in that process of fixing the parity, and then resolve it as a 3x3. Okay, so let's begin. So the first step is pretty much intuitive. You just turn it, keep turning it, and you try to get a single square face as for starters, basically. And be very careful when turning it, because you don't want this to pop on you. I've had it pop on me, and yeah, that was quite scary. Okay, so as you can see, I got almost one face except this flipped edge, and just testing out to see which faces I'm able to move, which not. Okay, so by the way, let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to move these faces to do the algorithm I'm about to try, but basically this edge, think of it as it's in its proper place, and you could just do RIDIRD by putting it into the corner position and simply flipping it, because as you can see, it is in an edge position, it's just flipped wrong. So let's see if that's going to work. So we do RI, and we can't do D, it's bandaged. Maybe we could do like a backwards RIDI. Let's see. RI. Actually, so that'll be like an L move. Or okay, so we can't do that there. Maybe we could do it from here. Let's see. Now I see why not, because this piece is in the way. So let's see if we could get it out like that. And let's try it again. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, and you see we got the first face. And sometimes it's going to take longer, sometimes quicker. Usually I would say it's going to take at least 10 minutes, and it could take 20 or even 30 minutes really. And so let's see. Then you try to swap out corner pieces with edge pieces. For instance, you can see this corner is in an edge position, whereas this edge is in a corner position. So you could try to position them and see if you could swap them out amongst each other with RIDIRD. So let's see. Okay, so see, I placed this corner here, and I'm going to try to swap it out with this edge if I can through RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D. Okay, so I've done that. And let's see what else I could do about this corner with this edge. RI. Be careful with it when it gets catchy. Okay, so yes, I was able to do that there. I think something else got mixed up. And this is pretty much intuitive, so see if I could swap these two. No, because we're bandaged there. So we could bring that out. And try it again. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D. Okay, so that one's good. See if we could swap this one with this piece right here. Place it above here. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D. Okay, so that's done. We're moving along pretty quickly. Okay, so we see this edge piece is in an edge position. So we want to try to do our RI, DI, RD to flip it. Just make sure it's not going to be bandaged. Put it into this corner position. And it is bandaged because this one is bandaging it. Okay. So let's move that out of the way. Let's try it again. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R. Fix that one. Two more edges, both of them in edge positions, just flipped. Okay, so let's bring this one here. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R. Okay, reposition this one more right here. Place it into a corner position. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, and we're gonna have to do the final D, and we have gotten it back into cubic shape. And this is actually, I think, the fastest that I've ever gotten it into cubic shape, and this is my 5th solve on this. So okay, so step 1 is complete. Step 2, we're going to unbandage the edges, and this puzzle basically has internal bandaging, and the way it works is, if you look closely, you could see these little circle notches. I don't know if you could see, because you can see like these little circles on the edges. You see on this edge right here, both circles are on the outer ends of the edge. That means this side of the edge is not bandaged. It's good. Let's look at another one. Okay, see this one? We have one circle on the outside, one circle on the inside. This edge is bandaged. So this is no good. And basically, you could also have a situation where both circles are on the inside, and that's also bandaged. And so the goal is to get every single edge piece to be like this. Now the algorithm I'm going to show you is an algorithm I learned from Super Antonio Vivaldi's channel on his tutorial for the Bagua cube. And that same algorithm works here as well. You do have to position certain pieces in order for this algorithm to work without getting bandaged. First is you should find preferably a few pieces that are unbandaged. Basically, you're going to have to place one on the bottom right. So if you're holding, this is going to be your top. One piece on the bottom right, one piece on the back bottom, and these two, they have to be unbandaged. And so that's one. Also, the piece over here, this side of the edge also has to be unbandaged in order for this algorithm to work. So that's 3 setup moves that are very important. I believe these are the only 3. I'm not sure if you're going to get bandaged with other things. I think, as far as I remember, the back of this piece also has to be unbandaged. From what I remember, I did get stuck on that. So this back of this piece, the top of this piece doesn't matter, but the back of this piece has to be unbandaged. This piece on the right on top, also just the side of it has to be unbandaged. These pieces, I think the entire piece has to be unbandaged. I'm not 100% sure. It might be just that this part of the piece has to be unbandaged, but I normally put in the pieces that where they're fully unbandaged here and on the bottom right there. Okay, so if we look closely on this one, you could see this one is unbandaged. Circles are on the outside on this side of the edge, and on this side of the edge. Don't know if you could see it with the lighting. So this one is good. This one is no good because this one is bandaged on one portion of it. But I see this one is good. So okay, so I'm gonna put this one on the back bottom, this one on the right bottom. This side of this one is good. Top doesn't matter. And let's see. Thinking what I'm gonna put in here. Okay, I want to put this piece. So let me do algorithm, soon algorithm. Just to put that piece there. Okay, and just double check. This is there. This is there. And okay, so this is good. That is good. Okay, so from this position, what's going to happen is as follows. Let's see if you can see these circle notches. I'm trying to position them with the lighting. Okay, so you can see these two are on the in the middle. And you can see this one, the orange one, is on the outside. So what's going to happen is it's going to be a 3 cycle of these 3 pieces. This orange one is going to go here. And the circle notch, once, as you can see right now, it's on the outside. When it goes here, it's going to be on the outside. This one, you can see the circle notch is on the inside. But this piece goes here. It's just going to move across. So this circle, right now, it's on the inside. But once it's here, it's going to be on the outside. This piece is also going to just move across. So here you can see the circle notch is on the inside, but once it comes here, it's going to be on the outside. And so basically, and the same with this one. So they're all basically, they're not flipping in any way. Just think of it as this one is just going to move along here. This one is going to move along here. And this one is just going to move along here, just like that. Okay, so we hold this. That one is in the back. This one is on the top right. And from this position, with those setup moves where we checked the unbandaged pieces, we're going to do the following algorithm. Okay, so it's 2R U plus 2R D minus 2R U plus 2R U minus 2R U minus D plus Ri. Turn the cube like this. From this position, what we do is we see we have this edge here in the corner position, and this corner up here in an edge position. So we place it in, and we swap them with Ri, Di, Rd. Now sometimes you're going to be bandaged to do it this way, so you could do it like a backwards Ri, Di, Rd, which is actually going to be like an L, D, Li, D, Di. Okay, so let's try it this way. And we are actually bandaged, so I can't do it from this side. So I'm going to do it like the backwards version of it. Okay, that's done. Now you don't necessarily have to look for the piece to check if it's done or not. It is done, because if you spend time looking for it, and like after you do it, you're going to be investing a lot of time in it. So once again, from any position, you just position those pieces as you need them. Whatever is your bottom, whatever is the top at this point, doesn't matter. You just focus on these circle notches. Okay, so we have a corner, an edge piece here that's fully unbandaged, as I could see by the circle notches. This one is also good. So this is going to be my bottom right. This is going to be the back bottom. This piece is good. This back of the piece is good. And let me just check the circle notches, how they're going to cycle. if they're gonna do it. Okay, so I see this one is gonna go here, and this one is gonna go here. So this edge is gonna be fully unbandaged. This one is gonna go here, and they're both gonna be in the middle, which is fine. Okay, so from here, from this position, I checked everything, and I do the same algorithm. 2R, U plus, 2R, D minus, 2R, U plus, 2R, U minus, 2R, U minus, D plus, Ri. Turn the cube. Here, you see this, have this edge piece in a corner position. Place this corner above it, and try Ri, Di, Rd. And in this case, we were not bandaged, so that was quick. And that's how you do it. So I'm gonna probably fast forward in the video after I've completed most of them, and I'm gonna leave it up to like the last 2 or 3 of them, and when I'm gonna put it in regular speed. Okay, so I'm gonna continue in the meantime. Okay, so now I've gotten to the last 2, and basically these are the only 2 pieces that I still need to fix. The sides of the pieces are good, and so I'm gonna just need to do the algorithm 2 more times. And I don't know if you could see these notches, how they're set up, trying to set up the lighting. So this one is gonna go here, this one is gonna go here, and this one is gonna be solved. This one is gonna have 2 in the middle. And then I'm going to place this one here, do the algorithm with one that's fully good, and it's going to fix this one. Okay, so from this position, once again, now we just look for that one final piece, which we have right here. And one last time. And that should have fixed all of the bandaging. Let me just double check. Start with 1 layer. So see, this is good. This one is fully good. This one is fully good. This one is fully good. You might not be able to see it on camera, but I'm just checking it. Okay, the bottom layer is good. This one is good. This one is good. This one is good. This was good. So on the middle layers, they're all good. Now on the top, this one is good. This one is good. This one is good. And so they're all good. One thing that's easier about the Bagua cube, from what I understand, I've never actually had it, is that you could see the bandaging, like with those strips that they have. You could see it more easily. Here you have to kind of like focus and pay attention to these little circle notches. Okay, so step 2 is complete. We've unbandaged the puzzle. Step 3, this is where another algorithm is going to come in, and once again this is an algorithm I learned from Super Antonio Vivaldi's channel for the Bagua cube. And what this is going to do is going to cycle these little triangle pieces, place and allow us to place them into the center. So let me first set it up and then I'll show you what's going to happen. Okay, so you see this little red piece right here, excuse me, it's going to go up here where this little red piece is. This one is going to go here, and the orange one is going to go here. So after I do this algorithm, this red center is going to have 3 of these triangle pieces in, rather than 2 as it does right now. And okay, so from this position, the algorithm is as follows. U plus, and then we do Li, U minus, 2F, Li, U, L, 2F, U plus, L, U minus. And you could see this placed 1 in. Now I'm going to explain how I personally memorize this algorithm, because if like doing all these steps and thinking of each move like that, it's a little more difficult. So I kind of try to simplify it for myself as much as I can. Now I place this red piece in here. It's going to go into this position. This one is going to go here, and this red center is going to be fine. So the way I allow myself to memorize it more easily is the first step is U plus, and then I think of it like, you know, left side goes up, and then I do a like U minus going back, and then I do 2F, left side goes up, U, left side goes back down. Now I undo the moves I did earlier, kind of like backwards. So I do 2F, and I did U plus, bring it back down, and return it. And you can see the red center is solved. So let's do another one, and then after that I'm going to speed it up again. So let's do the green one. I have a green piece right here. I'm going to set it up. So this one is going to go here, this one here, and the blue one is going to go here. And once again, so it's U plus, Li, U minus, 2F, Li, U, L, 2F, U plus, L, U minus. And that's that. Now I'm going to speed it up and going to get back to you, and once all these centers are in. Okay, so as you can see, all the centers are now complete, and this one is good, 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 and this one is good. So that was step 3. to solve. The next step is going to be reducing the edges, and this is an intuitive step. You don't need any algorithm for it, and once you get the hang of it, it's really fun to do. So it's all fun to do, but this one is like you don't really need to focus on any algorithm or anything like that. So let me try to get a setup here, and then I'll show you what I mean. Just okay, I have a setup here. So what I'll do, you could see this edge here. It has these two orange pieces already connected. We disregard that side of it right now. So what we need to put in here is an orange duo of this large piece and the small one. And we have that right here. And this is positioned on the right side. I double checked this because you see if I put it in, it has to be on like the upper side. If we put it in, it's on the upper side. So you have to check for that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it like this and turn that one like this. So just make sure I turned it the right way. Yeah, this piece is going to come up and connect with this. See, let me just show you as an example. When I turn it up, it connects. But before I do that, I know it's going to connect here, and then I'm going to have to replace this one with something else. So I want to replace it, let's say, with this one. I want to check that this one is not already built in a way, you know, fixed up in a way, so I don't want to break it apart. In this case, I know that the way I'm going to replace this one with a down, down, up, up, this one is going to come up with the blue side on top, and so the blue is going to get cut off, but in this case, that's fine. Okay, so hold this like this. We turn this 45 degrees, so this piece right here, and this is like in the back on the top, so this one is going to be on the front and the bottom here. Do a 180 to connect it, then we return it like this, bearing in mind that when we did this, we took out these little corner pieces from the center. You see the red one here and the orange one on the bottom, so that's why we're going to have to replace it to bring it back in order to fix these centers. So with this here, we do kind of like a backwards down, down, up, up. So down, down, up, up. And okay, so we replaced that piece. That piece is now right there. Okay, so now we have to fix these centers. Turn it 45 degrees and turn this 45 degrees the same way in order to bring these pieces back, and we return it. Also, we could have a situation, in this case we already had like two set up. Let me show you what to do in a situation where there's nothing set up. So okay, so here we have this orange. Let's say we want to build this and we want to connect just one orange piece to it. So the way we have to build it is in duos, and we connect those duos. So first we have to connect the large central piece of the orange with a large piece. After that, we have to make a second duo, which is a small orange piece with the opposite orange piece. And so when we connect those, then we connect that duo with this duo as we just did. So in this case, position this on top. We have one orange piece on the bottom. And so I see this one is going to come up into this. So I put this on top. And I turn it like this, so this is going to come up here to meet with this. So this is on the top back, so this has to be on the bottom front here. Do a 180 to connect it right here. Put it back into cubic shape, replace this with this piece here. Double check first that this piece is okay to replace with. You don't mind that it's going to be broken apart. Do a down, down, up, up. And now we turn it back off center 45 degrees. Return it. And we continue on the same way. So let's do one more. And then I'm going to speed it up. So I see I want to put this yellow piece in here. And I know this belongs here because you could see it's like opposite. Like if I turn it, it comes into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place... This one is going to come into this one. So I place this on top. So I'm going to turn this into the top, and I'm going to turn this one underneath it. And I'm going to turn this off center towards the front this time, and that's going to come in from the back. So I'm going to replace it with this piece, and I see this piece is all mixed up, so that's fine. And so from here I do turn it off center, turn that one, it's going to come in from the back, connect it, down, down, up, up, bring it back, return it, and that's pretty much how you do it. And so I'm gonna speed it up until we get to the last few, and yeah, we'll take it then from there. So okay, so as you could see, I've gotten here to a stage where most of the edges are reduced. I did leave some of them with these little triangle pieces off color, and the reason I did it because it's for me personally it's simpler to do that algorithm, the 3-cycle one that I showed you before, and I could 3-cycle it with the center ones to simply place these in. And aside from these, I basically have 2 edges that I still need to fix, which is this one and this one. And the rest, most of them are fixed with a few of these. So let me show you how I'm going to cycle these. So for instance, let's see. So I need to put a yellow one into here. So I'm gonna put this into the yellow and into the yellow center, and from the yellow center it's gonna go into here, and then we're gonna later fix the yellow center with another piece from somewhere else. So that same algorithm that we did before, which is u plus, the left side up, u minus, 2f, left side up, u, left side down, 2u, u plus, down, back. This piece is now good. This one has a white piece in it. We'll simply fix it. You could see we need to put a white in here, and it has a yellow here, so we position it like this. This is gonna go here, and this is gonna go here, and this is gonna go here. That's in, that's in. Next one. Need to put a red here. So let's put the red into the green. And this is gonna bring the red into here. This one is good. Need to put the green in here, so let's put it in from there where we put it into the red. Sometimes it starts to catch. It can be really frustrating. What can you do? It's a complex mechanism. You just have to jiggle, and when it doesn't catch, it turns smoothly, but it does start to catch. You have to really pay attention in order not to lose your place. That's the most frustrating thing, is you might lose your place because it catches and have to redo a bunch of stuff. Okay, so that's there. Okay. So orange is going to go into the red, and the blue is going to come into here. This one with this one. These two. This one into the orange, and the orange is going to fix this. And this one is going to go here, here, here. Okay. So other than those two edges that we still need to fix, I think everything else is good. Now down to the last two, and we just have to play around with them basic. Also, once you put one in, you don't necessarily have to replace it. Some cases you could flip it. And in other cases, you have to strategically place it so when it returns, it connects. You can replace it with a specific one where it's going to connect with the proper colors. So let's think. Okay, so this is just like, if I put this in from there, this is going to connect this. And when it goes back, it's going to have to connect to a white. Okay, so it's actually positioned good because I have a white here, and I know this white, when it's over here, is going to be on top. If I replace it, it's going to connect with the white, so that's going to be good. So let's do that. We bring that in, replace it with that specific one, down, down, up, up, return, return. This is like this, and as predicted, that connected there. Now we just have these. Let's see, place one on top, one on the bottom, and see what we could do. White. Okay, I see. So we need to place one that's going to have white on this. So placing this here, this is going to exchange with this, and it's going to solve everything except these little triangle pieces, which we're going to have to swap with the centers. So I'm going to do as follows, like this. Set this up like this. I think I set her up wrong. Let me just double check. No, I think I did it right. Okay, so we bring this one in here, like that, replace. Turn this back, turn this back. And yes, predicted, everything is fixed except these two little triangle pieces just need to swap. So put this white into the green to fix this. And now gonna put this green into the green, and the white is gonna go there. It's gonna fix everything. Okay. And as you could see, everything is fixed. Now we still might have the parity in the end. And so at this point we just solve it as a 3x3, and let's see how it goes. Now I always personally like to start with the green side. Okay, so we do have the parity, and I'm actually glad that we have it, because now I could show you what to do. So the parity is two swapped corners. You see this corner is properly placed and properly flipped. This one needs to be flipped, but it's in the proper place, the orange and yellow, blue. Sorry, there's a moth flying around or something. Okay, so this one belongs here and this one belongs here. Normally, this situation is impossible on a regular 3x3. And so the algorithm to fix this is pretty simple. And you basically hold the cube with the blue. In this case, blue is our last layer, so it's blue on top. Whatever layer you did last, hold that on top. Doesn't matter which position. And do the following algorithm. U plus 2R U minus DI 2F U plus. We have this situation, and now we simply swap them out by we bring the edge piece down, put the corner in, and do RI DI RD. RI DI R D RI DI R D RI DI R D RI DI R D RI DI D. And that solved the parity. But before we go on to resolve the cube, and you'll see that it solves the parity, take note that some of the blue pieces got bandaged. And I didn't realize this the first time. I ended up solving it normally. You could solve it normally from this position, but you're going to see, you see the little circle notches right there. This one is in the middle, and this one's on the outside. So this one is now bandaged, as is this one right here on the bottom. You can see both of them in the middle. So these two, let's check. And this blue one as well is also bandaged. And as far as I remember, none of the other ones should be bandaged. I'm just going to quickly double check just to make sure. But yeah, I think only the blue ones, which was, remembering blue was our top layer. So 3 of the blue ones got bandaged, and we fixed them with the same algorithm we did in the beginning when we were unbandaging them. So let's place all the blue ones on top. And placing them all on top, we know that we have that setup that we need on the bottom right and the back and everything. So let's see what we're gonna do. So first, I see these 2 notches are in the middle, and this one is fully solved. So by doing that algorithm, this one is going to be fully solved, the blue and white. And you'll notice that when we do this algorithm, it's actually not going to break apart the edges. As far as I remember, it shouldn't break them apart. And okay, so from this position, 2R U plus 2R D minus 2R U plus 2R U minus 2R U minus D plus RI. Now we place this corner into position. RI DI R. You don't need to do the final D, but okay. Let's see what we have. So that blue one is fine. We are gonna have to switch it up with the kick the triangle piece up. That's not a problem. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so as you put this one in here, it's going to fix this one, and this one is going to have 2 in the middle, and then we do that on that one, and it's going to solve it. Okay, so from this position, 2R U plus 2R D minus 2R U plus 2R U minus 2R U minus D plus RI. Put the corner into position. RI DI R. You don't need to do the final D, just put it in right away. Okay. Now we have this last one right here, which needs to be fixed. Let's just double check. The other blue ones are now good. And this last one, 2R U plus 2R D minus 2R U plus 2R U minus 2R U minus D plus RI. Put this into position. RI DI R D, and just double check everything is good. Just checking that all the bandaging is now resolved, and it should be. And yeah, it's good. Okay, so it did kick a few pieces out, which you could easily fix now. The reason I wasn't sure, because the last time I fixed this parity, it actually none of them came out. So you could have that situation where you don't have to redo any of the edges at all. Okay, so let's quickly replace these right here. That moth is flying around here. Okay, so this green is going to go into the green, the blue into the blue, which is the other algorithm. So this one, and then and then the same with this and this. Swap these. Let's check what we have, and we just have these two edges. So let's properly position them, one on top, one on the bottom. And let me just think what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna bring that green to connect with this green. We're gonna replace it with this one, which has the blue over here, and when we replace it, the blue is gonna come up here. It's going to come back, and when it's going to split it, it's going to connect with the blue. So it's all going to be good, and this blue is going to come back to connect with the blue. So from this position, move this in like this, connect, replace it with that one, like that, back, reconnect, and we're good. Now we resolve it as a 3x3, and you're gonna see that the parity is now gone. Once again, as you see, I like to start with the green side. See, the parity is gone. These two where they belong. These two also where they belong. I just rotate them. And there we go. We have ourselves a solved MF8 Sun Cube. Really fun solve once you get the hang of it, and definitely highly recommended. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope this walkthrough tutorial is helpful to those who watch. And yeah, thanks for watching.